Yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying is, how do you account for the 100-mile-per-hour winds on top of the fact that these fires were starting in 3 different places simultaneously at the same exact time? How is that possible?
My husband explained it to me. Basically, and again, he's a firefighter. So when a fire of that magnitude starts, it can create a windstorm. And those embers that are spraying, that you guys see in the videos that are spraying from the trees, it looks like fire fleas spreading everywhere. Those things can travel up to 2 miles. And they drop on a dry roof that hasn't been rained on for frickin' ever. Boom, tinderbox. And then the wind blowing on it and everything else, boom, done. And the water pressure from everywhere being used, it's down. You can't use it.
Right. They literally used up all the water they had allocated to the areas. Like, because
you can't do cloud seeding because the winds are too high. They can't fly planes. They can't dump water from planes. They can't use the hydrants because the pressure is being used up all over the area.
Exactly.
And
to me, it sounds like this was perfectly crafted. That's all I'm getting from this.
Not everything
that are on fire.
It's a conspiracy theory on top of that.
The palm trees that are not trimmed, and it should be done by code enforcement. Palm trees that have the overgrowth that are not trimmed, those things are spraying embers all over the place, and those embers travel up to 2 miles. And
yeah, but I don't think it's going to cause
hour.
over 15,000 acres of damage.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not in such a short period of time.
No, and also they did not make people put fire barriers around their house. Code enforcement totally failed the area. They hadn't been cutting back brush. They hadn't been of that.
So you guys don't think that this was indeed
I'm not saying absolutely no. I'm not saying absolutely no, but I am saying that it is the perfect storm.
Exactly.
Yeah, it seems like it was perfectly crafted by somebody who obviously wanted.
All they needed to do is just light one house.
So to your point,
it doesn't
follow
sound
the
like
money. Who benefits from all the houses getting destroyed?
It doesn't sound like you're a local arsonist or some like weirdo.
Like I said, all it takes is a couple of houses to get started, and then it will just turn out into a tinderbox, dude. And if you have that many fires burning, then that's when it creates a windstorm. So if you ever go into like a forest fire that is like burning hundreds of acres, you go in there and it's the perfect temperature. It will freaking start a windstorm. It'll start like fire hurricanes. And if you ever study arson and fire, there are such things as fire hurricanes that just pop up in the middle of the mountains during those fires.
Hi, it's Tyler. Can I say something?
At the end of the day, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Yeah, go ahead and Gavino. Go ahead and introduce yourself and what you're trying to talk about.
Hi, I'm Gavino Tyler. I just wanted to support what Sarah is saying. That fire can definitely change the weather. It can create wind. It can create snow hail, like hailing from snow. And in Los Angeles, there has already been snow hail from the fire. So I just wanted to support Sarah in her claim. And that's absolutely true. And there's been snow hail from the fire in Los Angeles already.
It's an amazing, powerful thing, and so is water.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, with this event compiled with all the other events that have been happening just as the new year has started, not really adding up for me.
May I chime in?
Go ahead.
All right. So I was in here early, and you had asked for my testimony and shit. And I'm not comfortable really sharing like personal details, but I will say that I just had a baby in the past week. She turned a week old today.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations.
I give all glory to God that she was perfectly healthy. She as of yet is perfectly fine. There were so many things, y'all that have kids, y'all know anything could happen. It's a baby. Something small could be something major instantly. I was not deeply religious beforehand. and I believed in God, but I would always pray for a sign. And once we found out that she was perfectly okay, it resonated. Now I go on to say some other shit that's been weighing heavy on my heart. So please listen, y'all. Look into Allie Carter. Look into her and why these fires might be convenient. Then I want y'all to look into something called a DUMB site. It is something that has been going on for a very long time. It is crazy, crazy things that is happening that is being put right under our nose, I guess. And a lot of the things between that place I just told y'all to look up and what Ali is saying, I personally believe that they are connected. I have prayed. Listen, y'all. Once this baby, my life turned around and I gave everything to the Lord. I've been praying so much, and it's like I'm not no prophet. I'm not claiming to know nothing. I do not know anything other than signs that I've seen. Y'all need to look into these things because it's real stuff, and it's children, y'all. Children. They using them as science projects, literally.
Okay, I don't know. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you coming in here and sharing your testimony with us, man. God bless, and
Good luck.
I really hope that yeah. All right. Okay, Mr.
Oh
Scary
man,
Story.
the joys of parenthood in the beginning. You feel just so in love and fuzzy and absolute awe that your body made something so freaking awesome.
It's
And
incredible. I'm not
I
a man
remember,
who is
man.
moved by
I
emotion.
remember.
Hey,
And
y'all-
now
like a
they're all
bitch.
older and they're
Hey,
about to
hey,
jump
I'm
in
sorry.
the
Hold
nest.
on. Well, you're not with all of us on that, but yeah. Okay, why doesn't it seem natural?
I'm more or less with her on it, you know.
Okay. And
Is this picture right here in the back, is that from the fires themselves, or is this a different fire?
no, so this picture is from one of the fires in California back in 2020. And there's quite a few pictures. Let me bring it up.
That one has like a face on there, and that was kind of particularly odd.
So these are three separate images that were captured during some of the fires back in 2020 in California.
I love it.
You guys seen the one of Milton, the hurricane that was
Yep, I
forming?
got that one too.
Yeah.
Man, you got quite a
That was
collection.
wild. Yeah. Milton. Good old Milton. Didn't play out like everybody thought, thank God.
I like the other three.
It's still some truth to it.
California made a deal with the devil and now they paying for it.
Wait,
I would encourage all y'all to not trust in what I'm saying, but to do your own research on the things that I'm saying and to pray on it.
Okay, hold on. So did Gavin Newsom make the deal with the devil or the whole state?
The Hollywood elites, that's their home. That's their headquarters.
The Hollywood elite.
Y'all seen what they said about in the ESPYs, how they mock God?
You know how we have like a United Nations? Wouldn't it be much more interesting if we had like a United Nations for all like religious leaders, just to hear them talk about this stuff, like when all the drones show up and all the fires and the hurricanes?
Can't
the reason
trust
why
them
you
either.
don't is
Just
because
watch
they're
them.
not
Neither.
actual religious
Well, I
leaders.
didn't say we could trust them. I just think it would be an interesting watch.
They would have to hold some kind of
No, I'm
accountability.
not saying that. I'm just saying the reason you don't is because they're not actual religious leaders. So
Well,
that's
I
what
know, but it would still be interesting to watch it.
No, it probably would.
Yeah,
Oh,
as long as it has some
1,000,000%.
power.
Right. Okay, so just trolling. Are you there? Okay, go ahead and introduce yourself and your thoughts and opinions on the prompt. Oh, he went off and did something else. Okay. But anyway, so the reason why I put up this prompt is not to be insensitive to. I live in California, It's not to be insensitive and say that these fires are fake or anything of the like. It's just me with my own opinion. I personally believe that a lot of these natural disasters, maybe not all of them, are because of demonic forces. Okay? That's my own personal opinion. Whether you believed it or not, that's totally up to you. I'm just here to exchange ideas, opinions, facts, whatever you want to call it, with other people.
What if Earth
They
is
use
hell?
their influence. That's how that works.
What if
They
Earth
use their
is hell?
influence on people.
What if Earth is hell?
It could be.
Well,
It could be.
Earth is not hell. There's definitely a place worse than
How do you
Earth.
know?
Yes. Well, the Bible tells us.
So
Okay.
How's everyone doing?
Good. How are you, sir? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Tommy. I am an ex-traveling man. And when I
You're a
speak
what?
of ex-traveling, the gentleman that's speaking of the elites, he is absolutely 100% correct. When I say ex, I'm an ex-Freemason. I'm an ex-Shriner.
What degree
And-
were you? What degree Mason were you?
32nd.
You were a 32nd degree Mason.
Wow.
Yes, I left. I left out, and the reason I left out because I did not believe in basically the rituals we practice, and it just basically went against God's.
My whole family is Mason.
And I'll leave it at that.
like
Wait a minute. Hold up. So you're just casually strolling in here saying that you were a 32nd degree, almost Grandmaster Mason. What lodge?
I'll speak the truth. 853 Oklahoma Lodge, Free and Accepted Masons.
So what
I
do you know about Skull and Bones, sir?
322 Yale University.
That's right.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, we all know, but we don't really know about what they do.
Tell us something we don't know.
That's
Well,
exactly, yeah.
pointed that shit out to
322
you.
Skull and Bones, you must be tapped in. And when I say tapped in, you're handpicked, just as I was handpicked to rise up into my degrees.
They wouldn't allow you to come on here.
I know. I'm listen, I want to believe what you're saying, but to
I was
say
in
you're like
Job's Daughters.
huh?
My whole family is Mason.
Okay, well, that's great,
But
but
your whole families can be Masons, as my family was Mason on both sides. There's 3 degrees in Freemasonry. Inner
I
apprentice,
know.
Fellowcraft, and Master Mason. You can be proficient.
Right.
Proficient means you can give all 3 degrees back and travel around the lodge room floor. I believe it's time for the world to know what is going on and what is happening within our worlds is being controlled.
What is going on?
Controlled by who?
Y'all keep an open mind.
well, controlled by
please,
Satan,
everyone.
of course. We know.
We're,
we all
we're
know
all
that.
pulling up our chairs. Let's go, bro.
No, yeah,
Let it out.
you got us on the road.
I've been
brother. You
trying
gotta
to
give us
tell
some
y'all
real
this man.
You gotta
it
give
was
us
gonna
some real
take something
info.
like this.
Well, and he's got a southern accent, so you know it's serious.
There
I'm
might be
listening.
some
Now
Before
listen.
anyone
I just want you to know,
reveal.
Jeanette. I want you to know. I do my research about the occults. I'm aware there's lots of different secret societies and all that other stuff. So I just want to examine what you're saying now. So go ahead and give us some knowledge.
Before we continue, may I just
You're one to do an
thing
Cool.
examination, so
bless us all.
therefore you're trying me, correct?
I wouldn't say I'm trying you, but of course I gotta believe that there's some validity in what you're saying based off of what I already know.
Right?
Bill,
Hey, go ahead, spill some knowledge, man. What do you know?
There's some knowledge that I'm just going to say like it is. Forever conceal and never reveal. And I'll leave it at that. And that all goes with, my oaths that I've taken, but at the same time, I will conceal my oaths. But my reason for leaving, and I'm just going to leave it at that, because I don't believe in the practices, in the rituals that I underwent.
Defilement.
Because
Just tell me yes or no. Defilement.
So I'm gonna put it this way here. If there is a Mason in here, and
Let
I'm
him
just gonna say it
answer.
the way that it is, and I'm gonna say it the way that it is. Every Mason has a monitor, and I want you to think about that word right there, monitor. What is the definition of monitor?
Sure. Someone to tell them what to do.
There you have it. That's the way that I see it. That's the way that my belief is.
They have to. I have a question.
So hang on. I don't know. Hang on. I just want to clarify something. You denounce free. What is the reason you left again? Why did you leave?
Because I was raised as Baptist, then the Christian, and when we, of course, we take our oaths and we take it on a Holy Bible. And my reason for leaving, because if there is a Mason in this room here, free and accepting Mason out of the Blue Lodge and not Prince Hall Association, just in one of my sections of my oath, and I'm going to just put it plain and simple, we must not communicate with PHA. And the Bible does not teach, the Bible does not teach that to me. Now, I left back in 2007, so things could have changed throughout the years. I left because I was not allowed to visit, so they say, a clandestine lodge of your regular made Masons. I was going to come and do a live last night. It's time that things are to be addressed. There's times for everything to come to light.
Chime in now.
Go ahead.
All right. So just to clarify, did you come in here saying that what I was saying about these places, that was what
Yes,
you were
he
saying?
did.
Okay.
That is correct. You had my full attention as I was listening to you before I requested.
Listen, y'all, I'm not no more righteous than the next person when I tell
We
y'all.
believe you, bro.
I was listen, I was a regular, like closed-minded, just regular person roaming around going to work. And then I started praying on this stuff and everything was revealed to me. Not everything, I don't know a lot of stuff, but I know enough to where I had this conversation with my mother last night where we were talking about I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. She said, you have this knowledge, but is it for God to show you something or is it for you to reveal it to others? And I said, what if it's neither? What if I don't know the pieces, but I'm just here to help point out this, and that so everyone can get their puzzle pieces and put it together. And I just think it's a miracle that this man came in here and joined. I really do. I
appreciate that.
I think that you're a good man. You know, you definitely.
So you had an intuitive
blessed.
vision of this stuff going on, and then you dove down the rabbit hole. That's what you're saying.
For sure. So, like, I've always been an intuitive person. Not necessarily just in life, you know? Like, there's some people...
You don't need to explain it to me. I do that for a living. But, I mean, the amount of people that are coming forward right now...
Me?
The amount of people...
No, Sarah, what do you do for a living now?
I manage a metaphysical center. It's funded by the college.
You manage a metaphysical center, huh?
Yes.
Interesting. There's quite a few interesting characters on the panel tonight, guys.
Pete John, 8197.
We have a ton of people that are coming in. And
I want to make it clear, though, to everybody here that this is we are firm believers in Jesus Christ. Okay. Now,
Amen.
if you don't believe in God and you want to come on this panel, that's fine. I just want to let everybody know that we're not talking down on our faith. We're not talking down on my faith. I stand very firm in belief of Jesus Christ. And
the metaphysical center isn't about witchcraft. It checks out different things like crystals, geodes, space, all kinds of things.
Are
that
you in tune with
basically are going
frequencies?
on. I'm sorry?
Are you in tune, like, do you study like frequencies and things like this?
Do I study them?
Yeah, like, is that something y'all are taught to like read and like track, I guess?
Yes.
Is there any kind of way you would know someone to get like a scan or like an overview of our nation or the world?
Remote viewing?
Not in the sense of seeing things, but like to get
That's
the
remote
sense of the
viewing.
electromagnetics.
That's like remote viewing. It's becoming more and more and more common. People that 99% of the population is intuitive. They just write it off as opinion.
Yeah.
And more people are becoming more in tune. You remember back in the 80s when your parents took you out to the middle of the desert to go and view Halley's Comet with a telescope 5000, and now you can go outside and just open up your front door and there's Pluto sitting right in front of you. I mean, the planets are making major alignments. We've had major Schumann storms. There's major movement, and it's just humans feel that, and it is affecting them. And it's just like horses before a storm. We're all tied into it, and it's just time that people start recognizing it. It's not tying it to a higher power. It's just something we're born with. It's not a gift. We're not chosen. We're not anything. It's just, another sense, as if it was hearing or eyesight. And there are ways that you can control it. There are ways that you can heighten it. But then I keep on seeing a lot of people that did get intuitive hits, and they came in to learn about them at the metaphysical center that I run. And then they get a God complex and they sound like wackadoos. And it's just like, dude, calm your tits. It's not that great.
I'm astonished by people like that. I'm always astonished when I hear people talk about controlling, whatever this intuition or, whatnot.
Some articles about this. Let's read some articles about this. Let's see what happened previously in other Olympics as well. Estimating the exact number of people who would be displaced in Los Angeles and the surrounding area due to the 2028 Olympics and related development projects that are pending is very challenging, but we can take a look here historically at what happened in Rio de Janeiro. They hosted the Olympics and it led to displacement and gentrification in the host cities. For instance, 2016 Rio de Janeiro Games resulted in the displacement of over 22,000 people between 2009 and 2016. Okay? USC Story Space is the source for this information. In Los Angeles, concerns have been raised about the potential for similar outcomes. The city has seen significant development projects in anticipation of the games, particularly in areas like downtown Los Angeles, DTLA, and Inglewood. These developments include luxury housing, hotels, and retail spaces, which can lead to increased property values and living costs, potentially displacing lower income residents. Source, USC Story Space.
That's crazy.
They obtain all this data.
Hold on. Let me put this at the top. Also, it seems like a foreign attack. What make you say that? Let me know what make you say that. So you saying like you feel like this is a foreign attack, and they keep it on the hush hush, don't want to have people freak out. Like what are you saying? That comes back to the hey, where was that unidentified balloon that was floating somewhere and they had to pew-pewing it down? Where was that? In California? Let me know.
Additionally, there are concerns about the impact on the city's homeless population, which has been rising in recent years. The Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority reported a 16.1% increase in homelessness in 2020, bringing the total number to 41,290 individuals. Source is Sky News. While city officials have expressed intentions to address homelessness before the Olympics, there are fears that Measures may involve relocating homeless individuals away from tourist areas rather than providing long-term solutions. While exact displacement numbers are unavailable, the combination of large-scale development projects and preparations for the 2028 Olympics is likely to exacerbate housing challenges in Los Angeles, potentially leading to the displacement of housed and unhoused residents. That source is from The Sun. So,
That's wild.
at least 16 hours. So we're good to go. Anyway, so what are they talking about? They're talking about the fact that they're going to rebuild that area. All right, so that area is going to be rebuilt. They're going to build out new plazas, new malls. They're going to build out new condominiums. They're going to clear out all the homeless people. They have to get them out of there. They're going to, as they say in the articles, build luxury home communities around the surrounding area. Okay? They're going to build luxury communities. Now, in the article, they talk about the fact that there's going to be a housing problem. How do they know that? How do they know there's going to be a housing problem? And why did Rio de Janeiro displace 22,000 people? The same thing is going to happen in Los Angeles.
Wow.
It's also now a lot easier since these people don't have any homes. Because now, without insurance to rebuild, there's nothing they can do. It's a total loss. All they can do is go to the location where their home was, try to find any memorabilia or any valuables that are left, and walk away. Leaving it available for the government to take over and give a contract to a land developer to rebuild, which is exactly what they're going to do.
I wonder what Trump would do. I wonder if Trump going to pass some type of, well, he can't pass it by himself, but present some type of bill, to Congress or, to help those people, because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It's going to be too many people, you know what I mean? Not to have no homes. just scattered everywhere. That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
As a matter of fact, if you just do some very simple searches, you'll find that the rebuilding effort and the contractors are already lined up. They're already lined up. Pretty interesting. So, what does that do?
Ether.
It gives people the ability people who empower the ability to make a lot of money. A lot of money. And how does that work? Well, if I'm in a position of issuing contracts.
Oh, yeah. If I say ether, that means somebody got blocked. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They in the ether. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat. Let's get back to it, though.
I know that there's a lot of ways to make money in a city.
See you in the ether.
If I'm in control of all the contracts. The first thing is the landscaping. People take landscaping for granted. Landscaping is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And if I have a city or several cities within my county that need to be re-landscaped or beautified, beautification for the streets, that's going to put a lot of money out on the streets for beautification. Now, these beautification contracts, because I'm assigning them, I'm going to talk to the developer or the landscape architects, and I'm going to say, hey, I'll grant you this contract, but I want a kickback. So after I sign over this contract to you, and you get this contract, I want a kickback. So once the contract is signed, they get their first installation of their first wire tranche. They will then send a kickback of money back to the person that approved the contract. Most likely, usually, somebody in government.
Back.
Or that state or that area or that region, that county, whatever. This is how they make the money. They eat big time, giving out these contracts. That's just a landscaping contract. That is just the landscaping contract. Now, you got to go to the the street contract and the bridge infrastructure contracts. Oh, we want to repave the streets and we want to make sure the bridge infrastructure is good. So you hire another private company for that. Then what do you do? Again, when the contract is signed, sealed, and delivered, and you get that first tranche of installments, I want to make sure my cut comes back to me in an envelope. And then,
Baby Zay say, in other words, they selling contracts. Yeah. You absolutely right. I see you got that Texas up there. Damn, man, Texas lost. Ohio State put a butt whipping on. But hey, you right though. You right. Let's get back to it.
envelope is going to be handed to me that's going to have that money for granting you this contract. Then what happens? Well, we got that done. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of land that needs to be cleared. I'm going to give out a land clearing contract to these developers. Again, same scenario. I'll get an envelope with money in it. I got the builders. I approve certain builders for the area, these projects. Okay. Another contract. I'll take a cut of that as well. You see what I'm saying? These cuts just keep building up and building up and building up. You want to preserve an area. You want to remodel some things instead of completely trashing them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you find a company to come in to do that renovation, and you give out those contracts, and you take a cut from that too. And you just keep taking cut after cut after cut after cut. And before you know it, you have built up millions, maybe even tens of millions of dollars in cash that you've taken by giving out these contracts.
Chat. That's it. How y'all feel about that? Also, thank you guys for the round of applause for you guys. Thank you guys for being here so much. I'm very grateful. This has been very eye-opening. We all share our thoughts and everything, how we feel about this. We're gonna pick this back up later on tomorrow or today, what time it is, where part of the world you're from. Hey, I appreciate you being here. I'm very grateful. I'm just here to spread the word as a content creator, share also the chat too, I mean, you never know who's being these live streams. You might be a millionaire, a billionaire that want to go to California and help out and then here across the world, so I'm using me as a content creator, my platform to do that, And I appreciate you guys being here, liking the live, attracting the like-minded people inside the lives. I can't do it without y'all. All 200.
Is one of the worst natural disasters in Los Angeles history. Everywhere you look, complete neighborhoods are gone. More than 17,000 acres burned as of today and 0% containment. Now, I'm in the Palisades, and this area is known for its celebrity residents and breathtaking views. But now when you mention the Palisades, all you can think of is heartbreak.
As you know, where I live is on fire right now. Literally, the entire city of the Pacific Palisades is burning.
One day you're swimming in the pool, and the next day it's all gone.
Actor James Woods in tears talking about how his wife's 8-year-old niece offered to help restore the Palisades home he watched burn.
Standing in my driveway getting ready to evacuate.
She came out with her little Yeti piggy bank for us to rebuild our house.
It's just a catastrophe, everything. The market I shop in, the schools my kids go to, many friends now have lost their homes.
Here's the latest on those losses.
It's tough. I'm having a hard time.
For Miles Teller, who played a firefighter in Only the Brave, this is all that remains of his Palisades home. The Top Gun Maverick star and his wife bought the Cape Cod-style villa in 2023 for $7.5 million. And this is what's left of actor John Goodman's home, a driveway which leads to rubble. Nearby, more heartbreak. These are the charred remains of Oscar winner Anthony Hopkins' home. He bought it in 2021 for around $6 million. Behind me, what is left of Billy Crystal's house. This is the place where he raised his children and grandchildren, and now it's gone. But this is also about more than just celebrity. It is about everyday people. More than 2,000 homes and businesses have been lost in the Los Angeles area. People are hurting. The city is suffering.
I just want to go home. I just want to see all my stuff and sit on my couch.
Heidi Montag, devastated after her and Spencer Pratt's home was destroyed. Also gone, Eugene Levy's Palisades home. Only the chimney remains. Ricky Lake posted that she lost her dream Malibu home where she got married. She invited us inside in 2022 and called it her sanctuary.
This beautiful life I have here.
And Joan Rivers' daughter Melissa told CNN that before her Palisades home was destroyed, she took beloved personal items.
I grabbed my mom's Emmy, a photo of my dad, and a drawing that my mother had done of my son and I.
This Is Us star and mom of three Mandy Moore lost most of her Altadena home, posting this devastating video of her beloved neighborhood in flames and the aftermath of her estate, saying, quote, "Grateful for my family and pets getting out last night before it was too late." Mandy is among the thousands thinking, what comes next?
We truly are all in this together. This is anything but predictable.
So far, more than 180,000 people have been evacuated, more than 2,000 structures have been destroyed, 1 million homes and businesses are without power right now, and the economic losses are expected to exceed $60 billion. Other celebrities who have either lost or been evacuated from their homes include Steven Spielberg, Michael Keaton, Adam Brody and Leighton Meester, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger, Adam Sandler and Kate Hudson.
And I was doing the Rogan podcast, you know, and I was kind of ill at ease while we were talking because I knew my neighborhood was on fire. So I thought, I wonder if my place is still there.
Mel Gibson is one of the many celebrities mourning the loss of his home amid the Los Angeles fires.
Some of y'all got cable in this. I hate that color purple. I'll tell you why, because black people, we didn't talk like that. If you see Oprah Winfrey, tell her I'm mad at her, because I don't appreciate this. I love Harpo. Lord knows I do. But I'd kill him there before I let him beat me. I hate that. Because let's face it, in Hollywood, white people get cool lines in movies. Go ahead, make my day. Hasta la vista, baby. I'll be back. We get like, I'll stick to the job, Miss Daisy, the picking wiggler. That's some bull. Burn Hollywood, burn, goddammit. And you know what I hate?
IRS tax.
The latest blaze sprung alive on top of the iconic Hollywood Hills, which includes celebrity homes and landmarks like the Hollywood sign and the Dolby Theater. Authorities say the wildfire.
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Okay.
Hey, as I scroll through YouTube and I see all of the things that's happening with Hollywood, and and I think of the song Burn Hollywood Burn, you know, and I listen to it quite often, you know. Tell me, what is it like, man, to be a part of an aggregation that kind of prophesied in that sense what's going on today?
It's if I can use this terminology, it's a blessing and a curse. Meaning, it's a blessing to know that I've known, and then we've known, and not only have we put songs together, we back those songs up by information outside of the music, outside of the CD or the cassette or wherever you heard it. So outside of that, I follow back up on that to constantly educate and consistently educate the people. I can't speak for the rest of the members of Public Enemy, but that is the blessing. But the curse is the fact that we'd even have to bring a subject like that up, and we still have to bring it up today.
Wow.
We talked about it before. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we had that conversation. So it's sad, but it's a beautiful thing to be on top of things when you're on top of things. The creator deposited in us. We talked about it and passed it on to the people. Your blood is off our hands. We did our job, bro.
Yes. Yeah, that's all I wanted, man. You know, because lately I've been thinking about that. And you know, you guys were like, what was that, the 80s, early 90s, late 80s?
No,
You guys,
Public
yes,
Enemy came out
yes.
87.
Yeah, you guys had an insight on something, what, 20, 30, almost 30 years, 40 years ahead of when it happened? Hey, man, hey, big ups to you, Doc.
Oh, give thanks. But we have to keep in mind, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors who came before us.
Yeah,
all right?
that's all I wanted to, you know, I wanted to know what it was like, man, to have been a part of something that was so foreshadowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful feeling to know that that's my contribution. You understand what I'm saying? And I do this for the people. But I really appreciate you for even wanting to come on. Thank you, man.
Oh yeah, peace, man, and shalom, and hotep, and all of the great sayings that we invented.
Oh, give thanks. Peace, good bro.
Yeah.
All right, peace.